Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. We are again, it's after work, I'm crashed out totally, so I don't have energy for hardcore license tests without any assists. No ABS, etc. really makes it super hard, but very challenging and rewarding. But we're going to do some relaxing races, and I was thinking doing the Eiger North 1 circuits, or maybe even, let's see if there are some, I'm looking for like beginner entry-level car races. I find them so much more engaging than GT3 races, etc. So, and one of my favorite new tracks in the series is actually Autopolis. And I think in the previous episode I said this is a fictional circuit, but maybe this is actually a real-life circuit. Let me check it out. It would not surprise me if this is a real circuit. It also feels very real, but somehow it's my favorite Autopolis circuit. But the name seems a bit fictional, but no, I think it is real. It's near Kamitsui village in Oita Prefecture, Japan. On the 30-kilometer northeast of Kumamoto. What kind of grammar is that? Japan, on the 30-kilometer northeast of Kumamoto. Alright, the first line of Wikipedia. Is not anybody reading that, proofreading that. Anyways, yeah, this one could be pretty fun. But the rest, yeah, these two, this one or this one. This one I already did. So 450, that's not that much. Let's try that one. So here, Japan front wheel. Front engine, rear wheel drive. $450, we want to stay below it. For a bit of extra challenge, but although I do think some of the opponent cars can actually be higher than the recommended PP. I don't have anything that is really 450. They're all a little bit above it. Unless I tune a car. Corolla Levin, that's like 380 or so I saw PP, but that's an opponent. Also the Yunus Roadster GT86, that was let's say the same as the BRZ, so that was 460. Yeah, so the Yunus is 380. This one is also 380, but then they always have a few AI cars that are much faster. And the Roadster S. Anyways, what the only thing I find annoying in Gran Turismo is one, that there is not a button to, unless you do that through here. No. Wait, here. Is this it? You need one button to get back to the map. So annoying to press back to get back to the map. Other annoyance I find. So this one is actually not so much of an annoyance. If it indeed works as I think it maybe does. So you just press this one and then there. Alright, so that one is pretty okay, although I think it should just be one button. Just press the menu. This is a button that people will use so often, going back to the main menu. So just swap it to the menu button or the select button or whatever on the controller. That you can get back in with one button press. Wait, maybe it's there and I'm just not aware. GT7 button to immediately return to route map instead of pressing back 5 times. There isn't a single dedicated button. Yeah, and also here's somebody else saying, try counting button presses just to get back to the world map. But also somebody, why is there no next button in license, missions, etc.? I have to exit every time. Indeed, that are minor things, but it's so simple to solve and so easy to recognize it as an issue. So it is really weird that the developers don't see that. Man, I hate Vision GT cars. They really ruin the immersion for me. Anywho, my other gripe is that if you're looking for a specific car, it's not really possible, I think. You have to go into each brand. It's so annoying. I'm now looking for a 450 pp Japanese car. Good luck to open them all up. Yes, it forces you to see other cars as well, but come on. And they're not sorted by PP. Oh my god. Yeah, this 86 GT, I don't understand. This one is only 450, and the Subaru BRZ that I have, I think, I don't have this one yet. Maybe I will use this one. The Subaru BRZ is 465 or something. It's a bit more. Pretty cool. How many Toyotas there are? I mean, that I do have to say, this is really is part of the fun, just browsing cars. Which one looks cooler? I don't know. I think this one. Holy shit, a monster. Vision GT, fuck those. I like that they put in cars like this. Alright, so the stock '86 is an option. Man, that car is also already 11 years old. So let's check out that Subaru. Does the game also have the blob eye, by the way? That's my favorite. Yes, it does. Nice. This is the BRZ. No, that's also 454. So maybe I did some tuning to it. I was already amazed. Like, that's the exact same platform. Why would one have higher PP than the other? This one really is higher. Or maybe I had this one. Here, I would really like this one in real life. Although this one has like that in the rear, you see a bit of plastic at the outer fenders. That means I think it's the one with the DCC gearbox or something, some upgraded one. You see a little bit of a widening in the rear fender, a plastic trim. But I thought that was only from the 2005 model. Apparently not. Man, I really would like to have this car. $420. $425. Wow, this is only 5 performance points more than the regular one. I don't understand. Ah, it's actually heavier than the default one. This one is super light and much more powerful. Pretty cool. This one is also more powerful. Oh my god, I wish you could disable Vision GT cars. It leaves such a sour taste in my mind on an otherwise realistic automotive game. I also really find this an underrated car, despite I'm not really into overly electronic cars, but somehow I make an exception for this one. Alright, I guess this is also Vision GT car, right? Ah, no. Maybe this was really made it to production, because this one is actually marked Vision on the thumbnail. This one does not have that. Yeah, so getting a car that is exactly 450 is basically not doable. 345 horsepower is quite a lot for such a small car. Only 146 horsepower, but 489 performance points, because it's so light, 600 kg. these are the cars that I think are way overrepresented in the game. I really don't care that much for them. I mean, they must be in the game, but when the game launched, it was all about the GT cars. Really, really retarded. Here, stuff like this. Are you kidding me? This one, I'm not sure whether this is a Vision GT car actually. I do think so. It doesn't have the Vision GT. Why does this one not have the Vision GT indicator? Yeah, because these are all just own creations by Gran Turismo, I think. What the hell is this? Sony AI. I find such weird entries sometimes. Right, there are some Chinese cars in there now. 703, 1500 horsepower. Wow, that's ridiculous. Quite beautiful car actually. The Chinese, they're not kidding around. $1,200 horsepower. And that other car that looked like a regular sedan actually had way more horsepower than this supercar looking vehicle. 2300 kg, so it's super heavy. How much was this one? Also 23. 622 on the Nürburgring. Wow, that's ridiculous. Xiaomi, isn't that also a mobile phone brand? Let's quickly look that up. But man, that car doesn't look like 1500 horsepower from the outside. Yeah, I see phones. Yeah, Xiaomi Auto is an electric vehicle subsidiary of the Chinese consumer electronics company Xiaomi. Interesting. Anywho, not really anything exactly 450 pp. By the way, this one looked pretty cool. So this is really a gripe I have. There's no way to quickly look for, I want front wheel drive cars 450 pp. You have to basically scroll through all these things hoping that you find anything. And it all loads quite slowly, and sometimes a brand only has like one vehicle that is totally not relevant, so you're wasting so much time. And maybe I do like it because indeed it forces you to look through cars, but here, a car like this, fuck this shit. I would have, if I would know this would be here, I would have never clicked it. So this is basically 20 seconds wasted. And that is not the only time that happens. It happens a lot. Anywho. Yeah, so this really actually bothers me quite a bit. Because it just makes it hard to quickly find a cool car you want, which meets the criteria for a race that you're going to drive. Oh, nope. Alright, dashboard. What the hell is dashboard? Okay. How long have we been playing? Alright, circuit experience we have to do some, but we also have to redo a lot with the new physics. I do still have a gold cup, but the times are changed. Time driven, 127 hours. Honestly, with the circuit experience on the Nürburgring, etc., which took like a month to get below the demonstration lap time, I am 100% sure that I've driven way more than 127 hours. Oh, there, it says total playtime, 400 hours. I don't know what the difference is between total time driven and playtime. I think it should not be that big of a difference. Apparently it is. But even, I'm sure I've driven 400 hours easy. But I could be wrong there. Anywho. Where is second hand? Here we go. Here, this I tend to just go to second hand because it's much easier to get a quick grasp on what cars are available. Although it doesn't, yeah, it says performance points and it says driveline. So this is all you need. Alright, we could try this car. Although I really prefer on Autopolis to drive a Japanese car. This one. Yes, we're going to go with that one. I don't have it yet. It's exactly 450 and it's front rear. Debuted in 1985, the R31 marked the 7th generation of Nissan's Skyline brand. Already is a 7th generation, I didn't know. The ultimate version of which was this GTSR from 1987. Built to win the Japanese Touring Car Championship, then Japan's top touring car event. It was a homologation model developed under International Group A regulations. On the inside, the 2-liter inline-6 of its GTS base model was given a new turbocharger, while on the outside the big spoiler was added to the rear along with other aerodynamic parts. This R31 Skyline GTS-R had a limited production run of 800 or so units. A car you're not likely to come by very often. It's a real collector's item of the Storage Skyline series. Yeah, so I really wonder how much this car is worth. If there are only 800. Let's see. So we do GTS R R31 1987 price. It ranges depending on the condition. Because it's a rare homologation special, it commands a significant premium over standard R31s. Average market price 40 to 60. Pristine 50 to 70. Genuine, highly sought after Nismo Group A homologation models have achieved as much as 200 US dollar. 200,000. Alright, so I was expecting way more, and honestly I do think it is way more than that. Google AI sucks. No, here's one. For sale, GDM Expo. 150,000 kilometers, only $17,000. Alright, really weird. I would have expected way more monies. Here we go. Event directory, what the hell is this? Ah, so there is an easy way to get to the events that you want, I think. Alright, this is nice. Here, they should have exactly this, but then for cars. Why is that not possible? I don't understand that. Here, let's say you want to do this event and you need a car. No, there's no way to get to a how do you call it? A selected or a selection of the car showroom that only indicates the cars that meet your criteria for the race. Wow, that Porsche Cup. Somehow that Porsche looks super low. It's probably because it's tuned, but it looks super low detailed. It looks almost like it's missing its texture. That black Porsche. Maybe because of the wrap it has. Anywho, I do like that event directory. We were going to do this one. It's really technical circuits, but again, I somehow really like it. Gallo. Why are these guys always popping up? Okay, I don't care who you are. You know, you have to be careful when cornering with FR cars. Go too fast But your rear will break traction, causing you to spin out. Right, thanks. Okay, hello. Alright, I recently played this car in Forza Horizon 6. So it's pretty, and I don't really remember playing this car ever before. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember it. So it's a nice comparison. Fuck my life, I forgot. What's up with that boarding to the left? They look really weird, those textures. Why do we have that sound? Is that like, I think that's a ref indicator. Wow, that's annoying. Why? It already sounds like a seatbelt indicator. Alright, I'm going very bad, but I'm just driving around. Remembering the track again, because it's been a long time since I've driven here. Ah, cool car we race against. I think it's a Datsun, right? Or a Skyline, I don't even know. Or a Toyota Celica, actually. The car behaves quite nicely. It brakes traction in the rear, but not too uncontrollably. You can catch it, which is really nice. I think that is also one of the changes they made in an update. Sudden snap oversteer reduction. Sorry. What is that sound? Alright, I'm gonna look it up. Fucking annoying. It's a gimmicky at the start, but otherwise it also becomes annoying. GTSR GT7 Jingle sound. A mechanical warning chime that triggers when the car exceeds 16 miles an hour. In the 80s and 90s, the Japanese domestic market mandated these chimes in street cars to warn drivers they were going over the national speed limit. Polyphony Digital included this as an obsessive detail. It is most noticeable if you drive in the cockpit or hood camera view. The speed chime is built into the physical car's electronics dashboard, so it cannot be disabled through the game's menu settings. Some players on Reddit suggest switching to the bumper or chase cam, which significantly lowers the volume of the in-cabin chime. Others simply embrace the nostalgic period correct authenticity. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the latter camp. Pretty cool. But man, how intrusive from the Japanese government to put this in all cars. As soon as you go over really weird texture over there with the boarding on the sides. But as soon as you go over 60 miles an hour. This is also, these are corners really technical, and I'm totally screwing them up. Also a really cool corner with that elevation change on top of the corner, so you are experiencing changing grip levels throughout the corner. This corner you can really gain on the AI. I do feel that the handling model indeed is way more forgiving than it used to be, and I remembered it to be here. Alright, even with this terrible driving, it seems I'm managing second place. So we bought the right car for the job. I know, third place. I know, nothing. Not even third place. What an idiot I am. Alright, so are we now fifth place, or are we... Where are the other cars? Sixth even. Alright, so I don't know whether there was a car way in front or whether I got overtaken by more cars than I was expecting while spinned out. Alright, here we go. God, why? Oh man, really have to start learning these braking points. It's so annoying if you overshoot the corner. I only see 5 cars in front of me. This is double 90-degree corners. Sound in the car. My bad. You really hear the turbos pulling up. Right, he also bumped me a little bit, so it's such a cool track. This corner as well. Really easy to screw it up. Also the elevation changes. I mean, there's not that much special about the environment or anything, but somehow I cannot help but love this circuit. this? Sylvia? I have no idea what the car on the right is. Is that also a Sylvia? Yeah, I think so. A newer one. Man, the first place car. Really far away. I wonder if it's even possible to win. Shit. Just driving bad. And that first place car is far in the lead. What car is that? It's just a fair lady. I find it annoying that you cannot see the PP of the cars of the opponents. It's all about learning the braking points again. God damn it, I knew it was tricky overtaking them there. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking. Just slamming the steering wheel over. Right, side by side battling. Alright, I should fucking hell. I wanted to say I should not brake there. I should brake there. God damn it. It's pretty fun racing, I have to say. The car feels quite predictable, but also still a little bit dangerous. That's no first place car. The white one up front, no. I really am braking too early because this car actually has great brakes compared to the AI. Really gain here. Ah, fuck my. Alright. Fucking hell, man. I wanted to say, I need a break. This is getting annoying. We'll be back in a sec. Alright, here we go for the win. No more kidding around. That corner you really don't want to brake, you only want to lift. Alright, that was my bad, spinning out. Alright, now I'm gonna brake a bit later than I used to, because I have pretty good brakes. Sorry. Also over here you can often gain by just diving on the inside. Alright, driving terribly over here. This is such a cool section. You're really sliding through these corners. Right, I feel I went way too slow through there. Also over here I'm braking too early. Fuck me, so far in front that car. Is it even possible to win this? I don't want to just yeah, we'll never make it. So I need to brake before the 100-meter sign. I don't want to tune the car because it feels a bit like the easy way out. Just make a very fast car and then you win easily. Alright, took that corner terribly. Previous attempt I was already besides these cars. Alright, I need to brake a little bit earlier than in the previous attempt. Still not sure where and when. Gear. Still braked a little bit too late for my feeling. I don't know what the AI is doing. They're really braking a little bit too much. this corner you want to brake later a bit than you think. Again, that first place car, see him go. Right, before the 100 meter and the orange one, I'm gonna brake. Fuck my life, man. Fuck my life. Screwing it up. Brake earlier, man. Fucking hell! Braking way too early. Oh my god, I'm playing so bad. Or driving so bad. God, now no! Fucking hell, man. Now I braked good, well, but a little bit too early because the braking went so well. The wheels didn't lock up and then I got slammed from behind. Fucking hell, man. Should have held off on the throttle a little bit longer, then I could power out instead of applying throttle. Mid corner. my god, I don't know what I'm doing here. Braking way too early. Rhythm here at all. I'm just messing it up. I don't know why the car is so happy to spin out over there. Oh my god, why are you spinning out, man? So I do need to brake a bit earlier there. Totally fucked it up. At least we got closer, so it certainly is possible. Still, that last section is super technical. Actually, this whole track is super technical. It is really a fun track. I'm also getting a little bit annoyed because I just don't have limitless time today. But secretly, I'm really enjoying this setup. Japanese cars. Such a cool track. Alright, again, too late on the brake there. So it's a little bit after the before last sign. This one is around to 75, I think. Again, that's also my problem. I'm steering too much that the rear starts to slide. Oh my god, it's terrible. It's absolutely embarrassing how I'm taking these corners. I heard like a sound when I looked back. I don't know what that was. Really can get on the power earlier here. Oh my god, fucking hell, man. Right, be patient and power out. And again, too early on the power. I have to be patient there. Right, a little bit after the second sign. This one at around 75, I would say. One is also way it only gets tight at the ending of the corner. Come on! Fucking hell. Right, I do think it's possible. Just need to drive better. Gotten on the gas like half a second earlier. It makes a big difference when there's a straight behind the corner. Here, this is where the AI brakes quite a lot. Also over here, the AI is slow with getting on the power. And here I'm obviously too late. Braking. after the before last sign. No, we're not looking good. Normally I'm already past these cars. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell, man. Get out of the fucking way, man. Because this is holding up my total time towards first place car. Or this is ruining my total time. Which is all that matters. I'm not driving against these cars, I'm driving against the first place car. And now I will probably get into a bite again. I'm gonna take it. Oh my god! Fucking hell, man! Get the fuck out of the way! Oh my god, I'm getting seriously frustrated now. Because the attempts are quite long. And it is so annoying if you get stuck behind a car. Or if they bump you off the road. Sure, it will happen here again. Oh my god, how annoying is this? And the problem is that somehow the fields is just spread out more than before, so I will again meet these guys down below there. I already know I'm not making it now. I'm going too bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, how annoying is this? car is way too far. I am gonna finish the race. Hopefully it will reset the AI a bit. Oh my god, I totally screwed that one up again. So much time lost here. I'm being way too gentle on the brake pedal. Because I'm driving without ABS. But I can use way more braking force than I'm doing now. What are we gonna do? 75? Right, I did later, but with very minimal steering input. I should have gotten on the gas earlier here. Keep it on the gas here. Fuck you, motherfucker. Alright, not the cleanest race, not a good lap at all, but a win is a win. In my book. Replays, I have to say, they're epic to watch. It almost looks real. And how often do you see a car roster like this racing? Never. In real life. epic. Also that 240Z looks amazing, the color tone that it has. Silver one, really cool. What a cool car. What an epic car this is. Of course, I do think the design is a little bit stolen from the Ferrari 250 GTO, but yeah, no, it's still quite different. So, and of course, why wouldn't you take design cues from other car brands? I would do the same. What a car! Just like the Toyota 2000 GT. Both such iconic cars from the East. And you see us coming up in the rear, Skyline menacing, imposing stature of the Skyline, slowly but surely closing in. How high these cars were at the time. Suspension is working so much more than in modern cars. Alright, I'm not playing super clean here, but I also don't have a lot of time anymore. It's really scraping by. Like to buy that 240Z. I'm not gonna do it now, only when we really need it, because I also find it super annoying that you cannot man, that's the same word I was looking for before. You cannot author, steward. Nope. Man, I forgot it. But anyways, you cannot create your own custom garage. Every car that you have, you cannot discard cars that you don't want. So I find that, yeah, I understand the objective is to get all the cars, which is nice in itself. But yeah, so I'm not buying just randomly every car I can buy at any moment. Only when we need them. And then during the menu books and when we get like cars as a reward. Yeah, Datsun is not here. I think it's one of the Legend brands. Unless it's under Nissan, but I doubt that. Yeah, so that 240Z must be a legendary car, I think. What is Genesis? Isn't Genesis like an American brand of Honda or something? Let me check that. Or Toyota? Oh, no. Hyundai. Well, they share the same parent company. Genesis operates as its own luxury division, much like Lexus is to Toyota or Acura is to Honda. Alright. I was not aware. Learning moment. Here, this car looks pretty epic, but again, it takes me out of the immersion. These fantasy cars in a realistic driving simulator. Anywho, legendary car dealership. Yeah, they only pop up here randomly, so trying to find that 240Z. Alright, let me quickly, also learning moment, if there's any other way to get a car like that. How to get 240Z in GT7. It occasionally appears in the rotating inventory for approximately 100k. Yeah, so maybe it is best to indeed buy these legendary cars that you want while they pop up, because otherwise when you do need them, then you have to wait, and then you go do other races in between, and then you forget about it, and so yeah, I find it a little bit. I do like the feature of rotating cars, but the alternative is just buying everything I can, but then I have so many cars in the garage that I didn't even drive yet. I just don't like that. It's such a weird concept how they put it up here. It could be so much simpler and engaging with a really progression-based career mode. It would now mean that I'm gonna buy this one, I'm gonna randomly buy this one, maybe this one. I'm just randomly gonna buy cars without, and having so much cars in my garage that I don't even know if I've driven them. And normally in a game like this, you buy a car that you need, you drive it, you buy the next car, you drive it, so everything in your garage, you've driven it. And here, this is the whole problem, is that it's just like in society, everything becomes meaningless, like Mercedes or BMW. They used to be luxury brands. Now they are like all over the place. If you get showered with stuff, it becomes meaningless. Like the same with the Porsche Taycan, for example, totally watering down the brand. So yeah, but on the other hand, if I don't buy these cars now, and I really need one, then there's a good chance it will not be for sale, so I have to wait for it. I don't know how to tackle this game. It's so weird. Do I now just buy cars just for the sake of buying them? Of having them available when I would like to drive them? That negates the feeling of, yes, I can finally buy it, come on, let's drive it. No, I'm just gonna buy 3 super special cars and park them in the garage for whenever I may need them. It's ridiculous. I want to keep those cars for special, like a real special occasion. Like, finally I can buy this special car. Let's drive it immediately. But when it's rotating, when you could make use of it, it may very well not be in the for sale. So I would really, this should have been static and keep the rotating stuff for the used cars. Because there actually also it applies the same. Like if you see a cool car here for a good price, oh my god, so annoying. My stick down on the wheel sometimes works fine, sometimes it doesn't work at all. Yeah, for example, this Corvette, an old 89 Corvette. Can we get that also from the Brand Central? As a new car? Because it's not a new car. Yeah, I think we can, because there are also not new cars. No, it was not this one. No, so you cannot buy it as a new car. By the way, what the hell? This looks like a Dodge or something. Is this a Camaro, Chevrolet Camaro? Alright, so you cannot buy it from here, which I do like. That really, I think that maybe the Brand Central only has cars up to 2000 or something. Let's check that out. So we do GT7 Brand Central. Which cars are for sale there? The versus used car dealership. Yeah, exactly what I thought. New vehicles from 2001 onwards. Used car dealership primarily offers older classics, heavily utilized production models, and pre-2001 cars cycling its stock daily. Alright, at least it's a daily cycle, not weekly. Is the Legend car also cycle daily? GT7 is Legend's dealer cycled daily? Question mark. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 months for a car to appear. Are you kidding me? The Haggerty Legend car dealer does not cycle entirely every day. Individual cars stay in the shop for 1 to 2 weeks, and the full legendary lineup completely rotates on a 2.5 to 3 month cycle. God damn it. The dealership refreshes daily, replacing only sold out vehicles. Yeah, but who buys them if I don't buy them? It usually takes about 2 to 3 months for a car to appear again in a normal kind of rotation. Sometimes cars will get into the legendary dealership more often, like the 2 Porsche 356s at the moment, because you'll most likely need them for the weekly races. For a better overview, I can very much recommend this website. It tells you which cars are available right now, including for how many more days. Oh my god, fuck Reddit app, man. Fuck Reddit app. Are you fucking kidding me? Intrusive scammers. Including for how many more days. Also, you can click on the car style so you see the history of its occurrence in the dealership. For example, if you look at the Celica Rally car, you can see it's available for the first time since mid-June, so roughly 3 months. The F50 has been in the dealership for a few weeks ago, so it might not appear sooner than in... Oh my fucking god. Fucking hell. I'm getting a Reddit app notification and I cannot go back to the site. It is absolutely... What do you think? I'm now tempted to download that fucking app. No, I am not. Oh my god. Okay, fuck Reddit. Fuck it so hard, man. All that intrusive stuff. Sorry, I'm so fucked up with it. Fed up with it. Alright, and that is also triggered by this whole mechanic of the regular, of the Legend car dealership, which triggered my frustration mood. Also the fact that I have to work tomorrow, but why, game? Why? If I would like to have a car now for some events, then I can have to wait 2 or 3 months to do the events? When it pops up, that is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So where can you see when it popped up? Oh my god. Here, I acquired this one. I don't even remember driving it anytime, because at the time I was probably thinking the same. Like, yeah, let's just buy them all. But buying them all makes it feel less valuable to drive them, because you have like an overload of special cars in your garage. It is so retarded. It's so retarded. Although, yeah, I do like the fact that it's maybe like real life. In real life you also cannot buy a car anytime you want, or a good price quality one. But the difference is that this is a game, so you have certain events that you would really like to use a certain car for, and then it's not available. So it's really, I don't know what the right best decision is. I think this one should have been, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do understand their decision. I have no idea, but still I'm frustrated by it. I also have a lot of money, and I don't want that much money. That's the only thing I like in this game, that you really have to spend the credits. It's not like in Forza Horizon, where, especially with the premium version of the game, you get like double the payout in the races, you're swimming in money. And there, this exact same applies. Everything becomes meaningless and valueless if it is all available for basically free, because you have so much money. The economy in these games, in that game, is totally fucked up, and it is just because it's dumbed down for the masses. It's the lowest common denominator. We must not make it too difficult, because there are too many retards buying our game. But it totally, yeah, okay, maybe it's the right of the majority, but for old school gamers like me, there's no sense of accomplishment, no sense of pride of getting something. Doing a hard test, then finally being able to save it up and getting that special item. That is what makes it feel special. Instead of just showering everything like there's Christmas every day. It's just ridiculous. Anywho, am I now just going to spend my money? Probably, but I cannot do it. I cannot buy these cars randomly if I don't even need them. I'm not gonna drive them. I want to buy them and drive them. It must feel somewhat special. Here, if I now buy this car, I don't have the money, but let's say I buy it, and now I'm at the end of the gaming session, so I'm not even gonna drive it. Man. It truly is retarded. But maybe, I don't know if there is a better way, but it feels retarded. Check out how many of these cars I already bought. I was not even aware. Here, check it out, all these fucking Vision GT cars that I want to get rid out of my garage and I can't. So many cars that I barely remember driving. It's so weird, it's such an overload of cars. Because you get showered with them. Yeah, okay, I'm complaining because also the older games they did give you reward cars, etc. of course. This one was really fun to drive on the Nürburgring, I have to say. It was a super fun race against Sophie AI. Here it also says what cars are prize cars. No, oh my god. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, it's so annoying, man. It's so annoying. I have to go here then, probably. Oh my god, it's so annoying. How can I see if I can... I want to sell a car. Change car. Is there a menu here somewhere? Menu. Alright, so... This is not a prize car. Let's see if we can discard it. No, not even cars that you bought you can discard. Why not? For the car collection it doesn't really matter, right? It should just be if you once obtained it, you're good. Even if you sell it afterwards, then it will still stay in your car collection booklet. here, these so many cool cars that I barely remember having, like this one, epic car of the year, the GT40, the Supra. I don't have any memory from getting them, from driving them, because it is just, it gets grayed out in the mist, in the overwhelming mist of cars that you randomly get. Of course, it is amazing how many so-called premium cars they made compared to GT. There's a term from GT5 where you had like standard cars and premium cars with more detail. These are all super high detailed, so it's amazing what they created. But it is just the framework of the game, the career progression with those retarded menu books, and the fact that you cannot create your own garage. It's just what really is a letdown for me. I don't know. It feels just weird, to me at least. But still, it's an amazing game. It has amazing circuits as well that I actually forgot about, like Goodwood, which really reminds me of the Top Gear test track in GT5. Again, pressing the wrong button. Also, honestly, I find this system so weird. The prices are so specific. Like a carbon propeller shaft for one specific car. How big is the chance that I am going to use this? Or if I'm going to use it, that I really need it for free because it's not that expensive. It is a 6-star roulette ticket, and you get some hyper specific price. It is just to get that little endorphin rush, or however you call that. Like, oh, I can. I'm a monkey. I'm turning the wheel, and maybe a peanut falls out. But so I understand that they go this specific route because they can also not give you a car each time But this is again the problem. It is all in overabundance. These roulette tickets. You can do it the same with cool prices, not these weird prices. Like indeed some kind of a cool car, but then just make it way more rare when you get a roulette ticket. Instead of, here, I have now 6 roulette tickets. Are you kidding me? It is just too much. It is just really for retards with an attention span of 10 seconds. Like, oh, it's been 20 seconds. I didn't get another prize yet. It is literally dumbing down gaming. Alright, we won a car. That doesn't happen that often. another car, god damn it. But that is indeed the big difference with other GTs. In other GTs, you had to work your way to buy the car that you really wanted and that you could afford, because you could not afford any car. And in this game, you just select an event, you select change car, and then do the car options appropriate to the regulations. And then you get like 50 cars to choose from. So there is no way of working your way up to the car that you desire. There is no sense of accomplishment. And yes, the game has amazing physics, it has amazing graphics, it has amazing car roster, but that fundamental Gran Turismo vibe is missing. It is just, it feels shallow. And that is really sad to me. Because it knew exactly GT3 and GT4, mostly GT3, how to build that experience. Like, here, I'm being showered with cars now. Alright, this is actually a pretty cool Vision GT. At least it is not so extremely alien looking. Extremely fictional looking. This looks like it could be a real car. Alright, sorry for my rambling, ranting and raving. At least we did have a cool race, I found. Although the race itself also was a bit frustrating. But it's also just my mood. Also this, I don't understand these extra menus. You don't need to do anything except buying cars. So it is such a weird concept. It's such a weird concept. Not even need them for anything, just buy them. And then you have your menu book down. I mean, it is so weird. Here, on sale. You get a reward, so you buy cars and then you get a reward, you get an extra car. No idea. Oh my god. Neo Classic, why would you then suggest a GT car? A Group 3 car, that is not what the description was about. The description was about, at least how I interpreted it, regular sports cars from the 80s and 90s. In progress. Here, I click in progress and I go back here. Oh my god, I don't even know how to start this. It is all so cumbersome. Are you kidding me? Or is there in progress? What does that... Alright, can we continue? I'm pressing and I'm getting kicked out. I cannot start this. Yeah, you tell me. Wow. It is all so weird. Could have been so much simpler and engaging. Here. Maybe... Am I in progress here somewhere? Wait, I have to go to the map for that menu book, okay. Also really weird, why not just offer the option to go from the menu book to this race? I don't know why they call it a Neo. Yeah, okay, they do call it competition, but the name and the icon to me really feels like regular sport cars and not these GT monsters. Okay, sorry for my ranting and raving. I know it was a bit much. I know there's nobody watching anyway, so if I watch this back when I'm in the elderly home, hello, future Rombbb. Sorry for the ranting and raving. Anyways, have to end the episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, tomorrow it's weekend, so we can do a bit more nice gaming. Also still have Nightfire. We have so many playthroughs still pending. Many of which I'm looking forward to. Forza Horizon, amazing game. First Forza Horizon game I ever played. Number 6. Also GT5, GT3 is running. Also the remake of The Last of Us I'm looking forward to, or I'm actually doing. There's a lot on the agenda. And I'm even gonna finish, I think, but if I have more time, The Last of Us 2. I really hate the woke bullcrap, but just the game does look amazing, and the mechanics themselves are still pretty fun, like shooting, gathering, etc. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next episode. For the meantime, you yourself as well. Don't forget, always do keep on gaming. This scammer, man, what a scammer. With this climate change bullcrap. Just redistribution of money. Anyways, hope to see you in the next one. Keep on gaming. See you later.